What's up, guys? Clayford08 here with another Market Watch Monday. Now, over the past couple of weeks, I've been talking mainly about Bitcoin and Ethereum because those two have pretty much ruled the market over the past month. And anything that has occurred to either one of those has really dictated what the rest of the market does as well. And everything leading up to August 1st has really been up in the air, and it's never been more so than what I think is going to be happening over the next week. This next week is really going to be a shit show. I really have no other words for it. It's either going to make or break Bitcoin in the month of August. And of course, I don't think that anything could really break Bitcoin as a whole right now, but this next week could really determine what happens to the rest of the market over the next month, 2 months, 3 months, and so this next week is going to be crucial. That being said, I still do want to do some technical analysis and some fundamental analysis on a few coins, but other than that, I really just want to continue looking at what happens to Bitcoin over the next week, over the next few weeks, especially once segregated witness locks in. I really want to see what happens after that. So that'll be really interesting to see. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, the first coin that I wanted to take a look at this week is EOS. Now, I am very bullish on EOS, and the reason is because I think that this project has a lot of potential, and I think a lot of investors are starting to realize the potential that this project has. Now, throughout the year, the developers are going to be presenting more and more of this project to the public. So far, we haven't seen anything, so I think once their first public announcement comes with new information, this one is only going to go up in value. Now, because the rest of the market has been going up, this one has been going up as well. But this one has been going up in a really nice slow trend, and I really appreciate that about this. If you look, the current support is probably around $1.67, and whenever this one first launched on the markets, it initially shot up to about $4.60, and some people even got sells off for over $5. So lucky them, right? But if you take a look at this one has had a really nice, slow, steady uptrend. Right now it's trading sideways. If you take a look at this trend, though, it's had a nice trend going up and up, a little bit down. It's had a few dips, and right now it's trading sideways. I think that this one has the potential to continue going up. And as the market grows, which it currently is growing really well, there was actually an article that came out today about trading Bitcoin with options and Ethereum in the United States. So that's really interesting news. And if more investors enter into the market, I think this one is just going to continue going up because investors are going to see the value in this new project. So I'm remaining very bullish on this one. Let's see what this one does over the next week. All right, next up is Bitcoin itself. So, okay. Here we go. All right, so this one as well is trading sideways right now, which I think is due to the current the current state of the market. I don't think a lot of people know what is going to happen on August 1st. And so right now it's kind of stagnated, and I think that we're going to continue to see this until we get close to August 1st. Now, a lot can happen over the next week. Like I was saying earlier, this one could shoot up in value, if people decide that they're not going to worry about August 1st or a potential split. Because, in my opinion, I think that even if there is a split, one of the chains is going to die off fairly quickly. And I think that's going to be Bitcoin Cash. And with Bitcoin and segregated witness, I believe that is the chain that is going to continue to thrive on and do well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this one as well over the next week. I think that it has the potential to go up or down. If there's panic in the market with this one before and leading up to August 1st, people not being able to pull their money off of exchanges, this one could definitely go down in value. Right now, we've got a support of around 27.44. 27.44 is what the support is for Bitcoin right now, but if it dips below that, I think that we could definitely see a sell-off on Bitcoin itself. So, alright, Ethereum. Ethereum has kind of been a sleeping giant for the past couple of weeks, and I think that this one has the potential to break out very soon, especially if people can't pull their money off of exchanges with Bitcoin. This could definitely be their avenue to get their money off of their exchanges, because everybody knows that Ethereum has been holding its value pretty well over the past, few months. And I think that this one could definitely be an avenue for people trying to get their money off of the exchanges, but they can't pull anything off with Bitcoin. This could definitely be the one that they trade to. And I could see it doing some really interesting things. So if we back up to about the 26th of June, we saw a huge price rise. I shouldn't say huge. We saw a jump very similar to the one that we saw this past week. And if you notice, right after that price jump, it kind of stagnated for a little while and then shot up in value. That's where we got to the $400 value. So we could definitely see that again if the history of this one repeats itself. These are very similar triangles, and so it'll be interesting to see what this one does as well over the next week. I am really hoping that this one goes up in value. And the last one that I want to talk about this week is Litecoin. Litecoin has been trading sideways as well with the rest of the market, like we've talked about, but this one in the recent past has been doing extremely well because a lot of people have been trading this one on the fundamental analysis behind it. Charlie Lee left Coinbase to work on this full time. He also implemented segregated witness this year, or I shouldn't say he. The community implemented segregated witness, the miners. And so this one has a lot of potential, and it's kind of like the proving ground for Bitcoin itself. Everything gets tested on Litecoin before it gets implemented on Bitcoin. And so I think that the more they do with Litecoin, Lightning Network, things like that, we're going to see this one continue to do well. Right now, it's down with the market, and it hasn't really started going back up. So I could see this one go into an uptrend because it has been trading sideways recently. And it was down before that. So I could definitely see this one break out, but we'll have to see. It could easily just as well break down and go towards a downtrend, seeing as Bitcoin has decided to implement segregated witness. But those are the coins that I wanted to talk about this week. If you guys have a specific coin that you would like me to take a look at, next week in next week's Market Watch Monday, feel free to let me know and I'll take a look at that and do some technical and fundamental analysis on it. I always love doing these Market Watch Mondays. This is one of my favorite parts of the week, along with Pimp My Portfolio on Wednesdays. So again, if you want some of the coins that you're eyeballing to have a second glance, I could definitely do that for next week's Market Watch Monday. Feel free to join our Discord server. I have it in a link below in the description. So feel free to join us in there. We're always talking about cryptocurrencies as far as news, fundamental technical analysis, everything in between. We discuss it in our server, so feel free to join us there. That's going to be it for today. Clayford08 out.